Hey guys, and welcome to another World of Warcraft video. And today's video was an unexpected video that I'm sneaking in for today. We just received news yesterday that the patch 8.2.5 is going to go live, and it's going live real soon. Soon as in Tuesday. So that's why I felt I needed to kind of rush this video out for you guys. It's not a heavy-duty patch. They typically aren't when they're, a 0.5 type patch. But there's some cool stuff that you may be interested in. And there's some stuff that you may get a bit of a deja vu, because if you currently watch my WoW Weekly videos, I do tend to go over new things I find out over the weeks. And I think most of what's in this video will be stuff I've covered in the WoW Weekly, but that's okay, because I'm sure that some of you guys have never seen a WoW Weekly video. So here we go. This is the full everything that's going to be in the 8.2.5 patch, which releases for NA on September 24th, and if you're EU, it releases on September 25th. Okay, so the first thing that's going to be added, or that we're going to talk about right now, is the new Worgen and the new Goblin model looks. And these are them. Not a whole lot to say, so this will be a quick little section. There has been a rumor of heritage armor, but it's not going to be in the 8.2.5. They're thinking more around the 8.3 mark. They'll add in the heritage armor for these guys. Next up is the party sync option that will be available in 8.2.5. And this one came as a weird one to me anyway. And I guess that's just because I've kind of had an add-on that told me all this. The basics of this party sync is that you will be able to tell in your quest log who's on what quest, and if they're done it or they're working on it. And I don't know what add-on it is that I currently use, but I have had that for years, where I've had something that tells me who's on what quests. But the other part of the party sync is that you can actually invite your friend to a quest that maybe you're doing at lower level, and it scales them. So if they're say they're level 100 and you're a level 70 out questing, you invite them. Their level 100 becomes a level 70 and they help you with their quest. I'm not totally sure what I really think of this option. I always said many times to my friends that I believed that it was kind of funny how WoW claims to be a social aspect game, but yet it's so tough to be able to do the same quests together. It's so easy. Like, the minute a friend gets a little far ahead, then you're lost. It's kind of like, Classic's a prime example right now. Because I do content, YouTube and Twitch, and there's been some other things going on in my life. I've gotten roughly 10 levels behind a lot of my friends for leveling, and now I don't even wait for them. I've started slacking a little more, because I know I'm going to be solo for the rest of the way, right? And that's kind of a, a prime example, So I do believe it's a cool function. I just wonder how it'll play out later on. And on the topic of story, we will also have more campaign stuff happening, so you should see a new quest in your city when you log on patch day. Another new function that will be available is our Cataclysm Timewalking is now going to get a raid added to it. It will be Firelands, so you will now be able to do the Firelands raid when Cata Timewalking shows up. Okay, so for just some simple little updates, This first one really shocked me when I first saw it because it is an update on our gems. They used to be 120 for stats. And you can see here that they nerfed it and now it's 100. And yeah, this one was quite shocking. This is our best gem here. So yeah, I'm kind of curious what brought on that change. But yeah, that'll be one thing that you'll notice in the new patch. And right here is a new battle pet that you can obtain. And this one's called Pappy or something like that. It's PIPI. Now this one is kind of weird. This is a new feature that apparently is going to be in 8.2.5 where you log in with your phone number. For some reason, years ago, I thought I recalled doing that, logging in with my phone number before. I could just be going crazy. Who knows? It's been 15 years, right? So I don't know. But for some reason, I thought that existed in the past. And for whatever reason, they must have removed it. But, maybe it is a new feature. But it just, when I first saw it, I had a deja vu moment on it. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't trust this feature. I really hope everything's not going to be phone number because so many things are like becoming mobile. It's crazy. But I don't trust anything having to do with the phone number. And as long as I can, I will continue to use the email. Okay, next up over on the PTR, you can see this right here. This I don't think is going to be available when the patch hits. I highly doubt you're going to be able to just boost a character to 120. What I think is going on here, don't quote me though, this is just my opinion and stuff that I just know they've done off the past expansions. But BlizzCon is around the corner. At BlizzCon, we are going to hear what the next expansion is. The confirmed, not the rumored, Shadowlands. Like, we will have the confirmed info. And that is generally when they start throwing out these 120 boosts because they will sell the new expansion, have it for pre-orders, and the pre-order always comes with a boost. That's just how they do their stuff now. So that's probably what's going on with this. That is more than likely the reason you can see this on PTR, because they're just setting it into motion so that it's there when everything hits. So long story short, it probably won't be functional until November, is my guess. And since we're currently on the topic of things that will exist in 8.2.5 but not right away, then we might as well add the World of Warcraft 15th year anniversary, which we have talked about in the past, but we'll recap it since I'm including everything that'll be in 8.2.5. So this won't be around till November. November is when WoW's anniversary hits. When you log in, you'll be able to get Lil Nefarian, which is this battle pet that you see right here. And then on top of that, you can gain a mount, which is in this video that you see right here. The pet's a little more easier. All you do is log in to get that pet. With the mount, you will have to do basically an LFR type style, kind of like we did with Molten Core on its 10th anniversary. So there will be a total of 9 bosses, and they're called Chromie's Memory. First 3 bosses will be in the Burning Crusade portion. Next 3 will be in Wrath of the Lich King, and then the final 3 will be in Cataclysm. And there's a quest. It's called Memories of Fel, Frost, and Fire. That's the quest to do those sections. And when you complete that quest, you get the Obsidian Worldbreaker mount. And there will also be a PvP event during this, and you'll be able to do, it's, I believe it's an achievement. Yeah, but it's called Alterac Valley of Old, and it's to collect 200 time-warped badges by participating in the Alterac Valley Classic. And once you do that, that rewards you with the mount. So, definitely seems like a pretty easy way to get a new mount. And they look very much like the older ones, the original. Okay, so this portion of the video is probably going to look very familiar to some of you guys that watch my videos, because it was literally in last week's video. Because I knew we were getting close to this, but I just didn't think it was going to, be announced and then released in, a few days, right? So I had put this into the WoW Weekly. So basically, this is the new Recruit a Friend system. The rewards that you see me have posted at the bottom, that's what you get. And you can see all the rewards in this picture. Your pet is the little guy at the bottom. There's the Jungle Hopper, which is the helicopter there. The camel mount. And there's a backpack. You see better in this second picture here. 1 month you get the pet, and then 3 months you'll get the camel mount, which is rumored to have the treasure chests. You're supposed to be able to click them to get to a bank. And then there's the illusion appearance at 6 months. The Jungle Hopper at 9. You get the backpack look at 10 months. As for when this one will become available, because they've only really released info for this, but my guess would be in a few months. I think they're gonna give Classic a bit, get the hype to wear off a little bit, and then they'll probably bring out the Recruit system. So it's just info right now. I don't think it's going to be released on Tuesday. I'd be very shocked. So probably more around, maybe January or something would be my guess. And then there's also, before we end on this topic, there's also this tracking system, which I believe is a great addition for the Recruit a Friend, so that you know what you're working towards. Okay, so we're now on the two things that interest me the most out of the patch, which is why I left them for the end of the video. So the first one is the Dreamgrove Murder Mystery. And this is an event that's going on where the druids from the Dreamgrove are investigating a murder of some bunnies, which makes a whole lot of sense. I would investigate the murder of some bunnies too. And so I like this on a couple of different, for a couple of different reasons. One, I'm a druid. So anything that has to do with druids, I get super excited for. So I was really excited to see that there was more or less a druid murder mystery going on. And to expand a bit, we're not actually sure why this exists. It's there for no reason at the moment. But I don't think that will remain to be the case. There must be a reason for it. We just don't know where this all fits into the World of Warcraft story, but maybe we'll find out, down the road where it fits in. Okay, so now for the final piece of info on this video of 8.2.5. And probably what most people are interested in the most, and that's the B mount. The B mount is something that Blizzard has been teasing us with since Legion. And it's just been theory after theory, but no confirmed info. Finally, we have some confirmed info regarding this mount. Now, there was a video I did a while back where I predicted that it would eventually be a prerequisite to this mount. And it turns out I predicted correct. It is the first part of this, of getting this mount. And I'll also link this in the description so you can go watch the video. But the first part, and this is one I did quite a while ago, was to get a pet, and the pet was called Bumbles. It was a bee pet, and that's kind of what made me think that, like, it's gotta be a part of getting the mount eventually. So the quest is called Let's Be Friends, and it's a 7-day quest. You start off doing some stuff, and then you return every day, 7 days. Really easy quest. You know, the first day, it'll take you, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes to do everything. But after that, the daily thing is literally like a minute or two and you're done every day. So it's very easy. So you will need to do that. So right now, if you haven't started that, that's a great time because, like I said, it takes 7 days. So you'll start with that. And then when you're done with that, or if you are like me and have already done it, your next step when the patch goes live or when you're done the pet is that you go back to Mildenhall and you'll be talking to Buddy that's beside the flight path. Okay, so how do you get the mount? So you will start by doing the 7-day quest that gets you the pet. And then at that point, it's all about rep. So you're going to be rep grinding. There's currency out there that is called the thin jelly. And you use that thin jelly to purchase other types of jellies that give you rep. So for example, the thin jelly, you can use 5 of them to get rich jelly. Rich jelly gets you 35 rep. You could use 25 to get royal jelly, and that royal jelly gets you 175 rep. And then there's a couple of other things that you may want to buy with the jelly. One that comes to mind is there's a inscription that hunters may be interested in, and it is called the Glyph of Dire Bees, and it basically makes your dire beast ability call on bees, and that one is worth 100 jelly. So your main purpose will be to use it for rep, but there are other things in there that you may want to use it for. I could tell you what they all are. A Leering Bloom is summon a honeyback harvester to return you to the hive. It's worth 25 thin jelly. Summit Zephyr, it calls upon the residual energy of passing thunderstorm, increasing mounted movement speed by 15% for 5 minutes while you're in Storm Song. That costs 5 jelly. Then there's the Glyph that costs 100. Beholder's Goggles allows you to track jelly on the minimap for an hour. That's worth 100 jelly. And that one actually requires you to be revered. The Glyph, it requires you to be honored. And then there's the Butterfly Net. And it's, I'm not totally sure what it is. It says round and round you go, when you'll stop, nobody knows. So, I don't know. I guess you don't know till you buy it, right? You do need to be exalted for it, and it costs 100 thin jelly. For the mount, the B mount, you need to be exalted with the rep. And then basically what it is, it's a quest. It's called Leaving the Hive Harvester, and you just do that quest and then you get the mount. So like I said, it is all rep based. So really you won't really continue much on that quest until you're exalted. So at this point you're just working on rep. And they did mention there's no time gating between it, so that's good. However, I think it may take a bit to get the rep. Okay guys, so that concludes our video for 8.2.5. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're hyped to maybe come back to BFA. I know for me it's not enough to really hype me to come back, fully or anything, but I'll definitely be back. I've been waiting for that B mount. I am really excited to start grinding more for the B mount. And on that topic, I'm just going to remind you that in the description, there will be the link to the prerequisite for that. And that I didn't do in a PTR. I did it live quite a while ago, so it is available right now. You could start doing it before the patch goes live. And to be honest, if you start now, you still wouldn't have it done by the time the patch goes live because it takes 7 days. So really, the earlier the better. And yeah. I'm looking forward to the murder mystery. I think that'll be a lot of fun. There's not a whole lot of info on it yet, but I think it'll be a blast. And of course, looking forward to the anniversary stuff, but that doesn't happen till November, so I'm sure you'll see another video, probably a WoW Weekly, where I mention it again, because I'll probably mention it again when it's like the week before it starts. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.